today from the Acres Real Estate here in Sharjah with Mr. Amr Ghyada, a civil engineer, a trainer at the Innovation Experts for Real Estate Institute, and the founder of PropTech. His on-site experience and training work have led him to develop AI-driven solutions that make projects smarter, more connected, and more efficient. Welcome, Mr. Amr.
Thank you so much. Thank you for hosting me.
You're welcome. Mr. Amr, I'd like to begin with, generally speaking, and saying that every engineer remembers those first projects they started off with that teach them more than any classroom could. What early lesson or moment shaped the way you approach construction today?
So actually, I was a little bit of a lucky guy because in my first two projects, I had amazing mentors that helped me to get involved in big projects and helped me to act as an engineer, not just run behind workers on the site. Because engineers are really all about solving problems. And the biggest lesson that I got is not just how to be an engineer, is how to be a mentor from these two guys. Yeah, so when I moved to more opportunities, when I leveled up and scaled up in my positions, I knew how is it important to mentor people and to get people leveled up so they can support you also level up.
Of knowledge. Yeah. I think you're very lucky because nowadays the awareness about mentorship is really important and it's spreading widely. Having a mentor in any field that we're in, it pushes us.
If I want to give an advice to anybody in any field, if you don't have a mentor, find a mentor. Find the one. Yes. Find it.
And as your experience expanded over the years, what were the recurring challenges that you kept seeing on construction sites?
You would be surprised that in engineering, as any other field, is the human resource is the most difficult. The most difficult to find competent people who's really passionate about what they are doing, that is dedicated, that is committed, consistent. This is actually, for me, is my biggest challenge. And to find people who's open-minded to adopt technology and evolve with it. Because we are in construction, we are kind of a cowboy industry. You know, we like how we are doing things for the past 200-300 years. Engineers have been building since the pyramids in Egypt. And a lot of people in construction think that things are fine the way they are. We don't need to improve them with the new technologies like AI and this type of things. This is a really big challenge, is to find people who's also open, especially in management levels, to find people who's open to adopt the new technologies. Yes, exactly.
And in your current role as a trainer, what are the core topics or skills that you focus on when you work with engineers or construction professionals? So
actually, just a small correction. So I am a trainer with the Innovation Expert Real Estate Institute. I'm as well a founder of my own PropTech solution, which is called PropScan. So what is my full focus is teaching people how to adopt AI technologies in their field. One of them is my field, construction, building maintenance, all of these things. But most important, how to adopt AI and technologies in any field you are working on. Because in simple words, if you are not using AI, other people are using, they are ahead of you, you are losing. You are losing a very fierce competition, especially in a market like the UAE market, which is a cutthroat competition market. There is a lot of opportunity as well as a lot of competition in the UAE market. If you are not using the right technology, basically you are setting yourself to be in the last seat.
I agree. And you mentioned PropTech.
Yes.
When you built PropTech, was there a core problem that you actually wanted to solve? And how does it help teams work more efficiently nowadays on site?
So PropTech is short for property technology. Okay, it's a very, very wide field. My personal solution is called PropScan, which is property scanner. So what basically we do is we solve two huge problems in the real estate market. Problem number one is the lease management, tracking all of the rental contract, tracking the expenses, the tenants, all of this information. The second one is the maintenance. Is tracking all the maintenance process, managing all the maintenance process, different teams, maintenance costs, repetitive maintenance, and so on. So PropScan, which is short for property scanner, is a tool designed specifically to make the life of a property owner easier. Because owning a property is... Yeah, so for the owner or the manager, because they are both act the same role. So owning a property is an amazing thing. An income that will come to you, you are safe financially, it will stay until your children. However, it's a lot of work. You need to follow up with the rent, you need to keep it maintained, clean, in a good health. You need to follow up in the expenses, good tenant, bad tenant, renewal of the contract. We solve all of that problem with a small automation that you pay a marginal fees compared to the traditional property management, and you save yourself the headache. You keep your focus on growing your portfolio, buying more properties, getting more wealthy, without having to deal with the day-to-day headache of owning a property.
Is it a software?
It is a software and a mobile application, both.
A mobile application as well.
Yeah, so the software is usually used by the big companies who have thousands of units. The mobile application is usually used by individual owners. Yeah, or by individual owners, like you can own 2 properties and you don't want to deal with the day-to-day headache. This guy have a leakage from the AC. This guy, his window is getting some air, something like this. So you can
It's really interesting.
Yeah, so you can control all of that through a very smart and specifically designed tool. Actually, we are the only tool in the market that is got designed after the market analysis. So we sat with the investors, we sat with the property managers, a huge list of the biggest name in the property management in the UAE and otherwise as well. What do you face? What is your problem? What is your pain? And from that, we went back to the technology. So most of the technology that we find is a proposal from a programmer who think it's a good idea, and they try to teach people how to use their software. We have done actually the reverse. We have gone from the problem and we went back to the software to try to automate, because I believe in technology. I believe that you can automate and solve any problem you have with AI, with technology. So this is basically what we do. We went to the people who have the problem and we build the software to solve it.
That's where successful businesses come in, when we actually solve a real case problem that's happening with exactly like
it's actually most of the softwares go the other way, which is a big mistake that entrepreneurs do, that they start from technology, then they go to customer experience and they start fixing their technology based on the customer experience, which is a huge mistake, because people are already solving their problems manually. What you need to do is take this manual process and automate it. So that's why people, when they use your software, they just make their life easier without having the need to learn new skills and changing their whole process. So this was, alhamdulillah, our key success point in the market.
And could you give us a practical takeaway or mindset that helps professionals perform better even before adopting any kind of technology with regards to working in this field?
Just focus on which problem you have today. Don't worry about your long-term plans. Don't worry about achieving targets. Just see which problem you have in this day. Make sure that you solve it, and you will be one step ahead. If you just focus on that, because people will focus on the long-term plans and targets, and the day-to-day problems will pile up and they will hold their way from reaching these targets. Just focus on what is the biggest issue you have today, solve that, and you will be fine. Just survive another day.
And looking to the future, as AI and smart automation continue shaping construction, how do you see the industry evolving in the coming years?
So, construction, I think, would be the last impacted industry in the whole world by the construction. And construction and agriculture will be the last 2 impacted by the AI. And this is a good news and bad news at the same time. So it's a good news for the construction workers and agriculture workers, because their jobs are safe until robots come. Okay. However, it's bad news for engineers and managers in these 2 industries, because we still have to deal with a lot of manual processes.
Yes.
Okay. So
some things cannot be replaced.
Yeah. So if you compare, for example, with the IT field, programmers are being replaced with AI every single day right now. Big companies like IBM and so on are cutting 50 and 70% of their employees. Management and consultancies are doing the same. However, when it comes to manual laborers, they are the last impacted people. However, at the same time, the management part of these 2 industries, construction and agriculture, are widely impacted by the AI revolution that's happening right now. And I see it as a very, very good thing, because we already have a huge losses and the huge challenges in managing the construction. Construction is a very difficult process, by the way. It has a lot of elements, a lot of moving parts that you need to control at the same time. What's better than AI to deal with that and control that? I'm a huge advocate of AI, because I believe that we are, as humans, smart enough, strong enough to control it, benefit of it, without losing control, like what's happening in the doomsday movies and this type of things. Definitely people will be impacted, But I think that most of this impact will be positive more than negative.
Hopefully. And for those interested in training, collaboration, or learning about PropScan, where can they connect with you?
So they can connect with me on social media. You can find, I think you would tag me on social media with these videos. And they can contact me through the Innovation Expert Real Estate Institute as well. They can, if anybody is interested in training. And yeah, my social media is enough. People can reach me on social media. I always reply, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you, Amr, so much for being with us today and sharing these insightful comments. Your work shows how experience and education come together to drive real progress in construction.
Thank you so much. And people, don't be afraid of AI. Just learn how to use it, adopt it, and you will be fine.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It was
you.
a pleasure,
Thank you.
honestly.